Okay, this is a general oracle card reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of November. And sorry, my bad that I've been calling them tarot card readings. I thought that all the cards were called tarot cards, but that they just had different names, only for me to recently find out from my cousin who's been studying these things a lot longer than me that no, that's not how it works. That they have different cards, that the tarot card is a separate kind of deck, and that what I have is oracle cards. So learned something new. Thought I would clarify that then, and apologize for calling them tarot cards this whole time. I wasn't lying, but I was mistaken. Now, this is a general reading, so do keep in mind that, you know, it's like a one-size-fits-most thing, not going to fit everybody, and there is positive and negative people in each sign, that not one sign is all negative and then one sign is all positive. So also keep in mind then that the energy might resonate differently that way then. Like when there's a liar card that pops up, it could mean that there's a liar about to show up in your life. And it could mean you yourself are the liar, because there's positive, negative people in each sign. But I think the general population of people, most of them are good, but they do little bad habits. So I look at them not like they're all saints, or like, I don't look at it like it's black and white, like people are either negative and an asshole or they're positive and a saint. I look at people in general as most of them are a lot of gray areas, like they can be good people and sometimes tell a little white lie and stuff like that. So that's the general population, I would say. So also keep in mind of that, like just because the liar card pops up, maybe you're lying, but it does not mean you're a bad person. You're likely just telling a little white lie or something like that. Okay, let's get on to your reading. God, Goddess, Jesus, angels, please guide the Scorpio for what message you would like them to receive for the month of November 2018. Amen. Oh, these cards are feeling loose and sliding in my hands. Easier than usual. I think they really want to speak. They don't always do that. Okay. Scorpios, November 2018. Scorpios, November 2018. Scorpios, November 2018. Boop, okay. This one didn't really fall over or landed sideways on my leg. I don't know. I didn't flip over, so I guess just gonna separate the deck now from the ones that flipped over from the ones that didn't. That's strange. Usually the cards, like, I don't know. It's like I can just feel when they want to give a message. Like they're just like really slick and slipping and sliding in my hand really easy, really smooth. And they don't usually do that. And then sometimes I get on one side and they're just all like, yes, like, flip us over right now. We need to talk. So I guess let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, they're still a little slidey. Okay. Let's see what we got here. The Phoenix. Resurrection, surrender to change. That just means you need to surrender to the change that's coming in the course of your life. Maybe you already know what that change is. Maybe you're just a little nervous. Maybe you're stubborn. Maybe you're just scared, because you don't know what's on the other side of that. And maybe you don't know what this change is yet. And when it comes to not intuitively knowing what that change is, then my suggestion is just dabble with different things and see which one seems to be working for you. But clearly there's a change coming in your life, maybe a new direction, maybe a new way of living. And, it just means surrender to that change. Just go with the flow. Go with it. It is for your benefit. It is to benefit your life. It is a new life. It's a new chance. It's a new take on life, and just go with it. Don't try to hold on to the old, dead ways. That's going to hold you back. You want to move forward. You want to move into this new life, this new way of thinking or living or whatever it might be. Because the Phoenix is new life. So surrender to change, surrender to new life. So I always think of it as something that changes your life a little bit. Maybe a new way of thinking, new way of living. So that's usually how I think of that card. The Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. That just means you have angelic help. You've got angelic guidance right now. And sorry if I keep breathing in deep. I don't know if I'm just being sensitive to my own breath right now, but it feels like I'm like that right now. But yeah, it's kind of cold outside, and I was out there a little bit ago, so my throat's a bit dry, and so yeah, my breathing just sounds a little weird right now. I'm sorry, but as I was saying about the angels are here to help you. They're here to guide you, direct you. Trust in that guidance, because they are, they've got a perspective of the bigger picture here to help you and benefit you. And if you don't believe in angels, then, just replace the word angel with whatever belief system you have. Like maybe you believe in your ancestors or a deity or little extraterrestrials or fairies or something like that. So just replace it with whatever it is that you do believe in to guide you. The winged wise ones. Angelic help, miraculous aid. So there's that angel again. And remember, replace the word angel with whatever it is that you believe in. It just means they're here to help you. They're here to give you aid. So that would make sense. Again, it's linked with that card coming up together. It's just more confirmation that your angels are here guiding you and helping you through it. Let's see here. Sisters of the season, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. That just means we go through cycles of growth, of learning experience, of growing, maturing in our soul, maturing spiritually, learning spiritually. You get it. And I probably don't need to explain that, because I think people in general know that they've gone through cycles of growth. You could look back on things in the past and be like, wow, I really learned from that experience. I hated it, but I learned from it. Or maybe you even loved it. Maybe you didn't hate it, or maybe it was just completely neutral, but either way you learned something from it. And this card just pretty much means that you are in a new cycle of growth. It is time to let go of the old cycle. That lesson is done with now. Let it go and go on to the new lesson. Go on to the new cycle. So you are living in a new cycle. You're experiencing a new, learning. Maybe spiritually, maybe mentally, emotionally, can be all of the above. All of the above. All right. The Metal King. Discipline, armor, boundaries. This does mean boundaries. This is the card of boundaries. And it can mean self-discipline is setting the boundaries, because it does take self-discipline to set boundaries with people. Especially when you're somebody who just wants to love the world, be a freaking hippie and peace and all that. And people take advantage of that, and then you have to learn to set boundaries with them, and it takes a lot of self-discipline to keep them. It can also mean that you need to set boundaries with yourself, like maybe you're snooping a little too much. Like, for example, maybe you're a parent and you are trying to take down your teenager's door. They're a teenager now. They're not a child. Their body is growing and functioning in ways that would honestly disturb you because they're not a little kid anymore, but there's that need to set boundaries with yourself to understand that now. Or maybe you're in a relationship, and maybe you're that snoopy significant other that is like checking through their phone because you have trust issues. This would be a time that the card's telling you need to set boundaries for yourself, to have some self-discipline, to learn to trust. To learn not everyone is going to hurt you. To learn not everyone is cheating on you. To learn, some people genuinely do love and care about you. And just because they don't want you snooping on their phone doesn't mean they're hiding something. Sometimes it's just, some people they just like privacy. But like I said, it can go both ways. Because, not all Scorpios are the same. You might be all sharing the same energy, but you're all still individuals. So some of you might be a little trust issues there. And you need to learn to set boundaries with yourself. Maybe some of you are a little too intruding into others' personal space. You need to learn to set boundaries with yourself then. And then maybe you're the Scorpio that does not know how to set boundaries with people, and you need to start standing your ground and have some self-discipline to set boundaries for people. To understand, hey, don't get up in my personal space. Or, hey, don't be treating me like a welcome mat, because I'm not a welcome mat. I'm a human being, So it can go both ways. Even under the same sign, different Scorpios can be going through different things. Might be sharing the same energy. It just might be impacting your life a little differently. The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. Now I'm just curious. What goal have you set? Because this is the card of goal setting, or perspective setting. Like maybe there's a goal you have in mind. Maybe that's to quit drinking. Maybe that's to get more of your life together. Maybe that's to spend more time with family. Maybe that's to spend more time for self. Maybe that's to get a better job. I mean, could be a lot of different things. But pretty much you may have set a goal or an intention in life. And this card pretty much just means set that intention and keep at it. There may be a lot of hit and misses, but keep at it, because you will achieve that goal. You will hit the target. The dude here is holding a bow and arrow. And that's the kind of concentration you need to have on this goal. And just like with somebody with a bow and arrow, there is a lot of hit and misses. They aim for that, that bullseye. And they probably miss a lot. But eventually they achieve the goal, and that's to hit the bullseye. It's the same here. Whatever goal you have set your intentions on, keep at it. You might hit and miss a little bit, but it's okay. You're still going to get that goal if you just keep at it and not give up. You will master it. All right. The Web Weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. That just means that the divine has synchronized with you and you have synchronized with it to cause an effect, to manifest something. And maybe you know what that is, maybe you don't, but it is something to manifest for you and your benefit. And it likely is a goal. It likely is something that you want to have. It likely is probably whatever you set your intentions on, perhaps. So, just know then that the divine has synchronized with you and you have synchronized with the divine. That meaning the universe. You've synchronized with the universe, and the universe is synchronized with you to make this happen. So just trust in it and keep going, and trust that the universe, the divine, is not against you. They are for you. And I know sometimes with the divine and the universe, everything can get very confusing. But when you keep at it and you achieve it, it feels good, and it just feels like all the hard work is in the past, and you can finally let go of that. That the pain and the shit and the hurt and the stress that you went through. So all I can do is keep encouraging you. The Wise Woman of Wonderland, integrity, compromise. That just means you might be living with or working with or somehow surrounded by really shitty people. Because I think of Alice in Wonderland when I see this card. And if you ever read the book or saw the movie, or movies, there's multiple movies, then Alice was kind of the sane one in a crazy world. It's integrity and compromise. So what I see is you standing in your integrity. Maybe you're thinking about compromising it, because everybody else around you is acting like your integrity is absolutely nuts. But the card means trust your integrity and stand in your integrity. Do not question your integrity. Even if everyone around you is calling you fucking crazy, trust your integrity. They are the ones that are compromised, not you. And maybe they're not compromised. Maybe their integrity and the way they live is just a little different. But the fact that they're asking you to compromise is still very wrong. They should honor what you stand for and what you believe in. So pretty much the card just means stand in your integrity and, fuck what they're saying. You don't have to listen. You do not have to follow along. You do not have to compromise yourself for compromising people. you know, believe in yourself and stand in your strength. Okay, so Scorpios, I'm going to flash the cards now. If you like the reading, great, but some of you may not agree with it. So I'm going to let you use your own intuition of what you feel you think it means. Mostly because it's a general reading, so it's not going to fit everybody. You know, for those that it doesn't fit, let's just take the time to honor your intuition, to know that you can read this as well. Unlike other psychics, I don't tell you that you need me. You don't need me. I might be helpful. Having a psychic is helpful, but you don't need us. I know some psychics, they will they will pretty much, okay, not pretty much, they do. They make it out like you need them, like it's dire to have them, but those are usually scam artists, and I'm not one, so I'm not going to tell you you need me. Helpful, but you don't need me. Okay, so Scorpios, you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening whenever you're watching this, and goodbye now.